back at it again with another video. We got the top 10 all-time quarterbacks. Braxton, let's start with you. Who's your number 10 quarterback all time?
Got Mr. Bart Starr, the Green Bay Packers.
Yep. For me, I'm going Big Ben Roethlisberger. Tough dude. Won a Super Bowl with the Steelers. I'm pretty
And
sure it's
like
because he just doesn't have as much MVPs, or I feel like they don't win enough Super Bowls.
um,
All right, Braxton, what's your number 9?
Roger Staubach.
Yeah.
Very good quarterback for the Cowboys. Very
Mhm.
good quarterback. It also won him a couple Super Bowls here and there with Mr. Tom Landry.
Yeah, I agree. And then as for me, so when I made this top 10 list, I went by if I'm basically picking in a draft and I have to have a quarterback lead my team, who do I want leading my team? Who do I want passing the football? So number 9, I have Michael Vick. The greatest running quarterback of all time. He had a cannon, and I believe that if he didn't have the legal troubles and he was better off the field, he could have been a Super Bowl winner. I think Vic. I have to put him up here just because he's he's the greatest running quarterback of all time, and I'd rather have him over any other quarterback except for these next 8. All right, Braxton, on to number 8. Who do you have?
Well, for me, I got Mr. Warren Moon.
Nah, fam. Warren Moon doesn't deserve to be in the top 10.
What?
Warren Moon is not in the top 10 quarterbacks, Braxton.
Bro, he was good. He was good. Bro, Warren Moon was one of the best undrafted besides Kurt Warner.
Top 10, though? Top 10?
Yes. Yes, I have him in my top 10.
I have Aaron Rodgers at 8.
I
One of the most,
have Aaron Rodgers at 4.
yeah, Aaron Rodgers is at 8 for me. He just didn't win enough Super Bowls. He did win a ton. He's won a ton of MVPs, though.
Yeah,
Still hasn't
that's
gotten
why
that
I have
cover
him
up
at
yet.
number 4.
But I don't feel like he's top 5 material. I feel like I can name 5, 7 guys who are ahead of him. What about number 7?
Troy Aikman.
Honestly, I think he got carried by that running game.
He also had a really good offensive line.
Yeah, I know. And Michael Irvin, yeah,
And
he won
also
4 Super
Jimmy
Bowls,
Johnson.
but for me personally, Emmitt Smith is the all-time leading rusher for a reason.
Even though he shouldn't be, it should be. Well, the only reason why Emmitt Smith is leading rushing is because of his offensive line. Barry
Yeah, but that
Sanders
just
didn't have
shows you
an
they ran the
offensive
ball
line.
a ton.
But dude, bro, Barry Sanders didn't have an offensive line. Walter Payton didn't have a really good offensive line. So
Okay, but that's also to my point. I just don't think I feel like Aikman, great all-time quarterback, of course, but I feel like he just had a great line and a great running game that really helped him win those Super Bowls. And if I'm picking for a quarterback, it's just he's not there. I feel like he's sitting in that 11 to 15 zone though. What about number 7 or number 6 now? No? Oh,
yeah,
my number
6.
7.
It's you.
My number 7 is John Elway. Look, I don't like the Broncos. I don't like John Elway, but he was a great quarterback, great young talent when he came into the league. He was a really late bloomer Super Bowl wise, but he had a cannon. He was accurate. He made some very memorable Super Bowl plays, like the helicopter play. I think it's indecent to leave him off this list, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, that's not bad. No, not a bad pick at all.
All right, what about number 6?
For me, Mr.
But why do you have him so high?
It's just his play style was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, that's why I
His
have
play
him.
style was amazing.
Yeah. And then my number 6, I'm gonna go with the more pocket pass. I'm gonna go Eli Manning, the dude who beat
Oh,
Brady twice.
the Brady defeater himself.
The Also, by the way, Eli Manning is 10th all time in passing yards as
Is
well.
he
So
really?
good to leave that in there. I just feel like this is just, and then honestly, um, Eli Manning is also 10th in passing touchdowns all time as well. I feel like he deserves to be up here. 2 Super Bowls. And then as now we move up to the top 5, Braxton, who's your 5th best quarterback all time?
My fifth best. I'm changing from Big Ben to the sheriff himself,
Mm.
Peyton Manning.
Oh, okay.
The better Manning brother.
That is a good pick, and I must agree with you somewhat because I have Peyton Manning at 4.
Probably the most reasonable pick I've had.
My
To be
guy at
honest.
5 is Drew
Miss-
Brees. Drew Brees, because he is second all time in passing yards, passing touchdown. He was number 1 when he retired, and I feel like the reason he's in the 5 spot is really just because there not a lot of rings, not a lot of Super Bowl bursts, or only one Super Bowl win. Some of these guys I have in front of him are just a bit more consistent winner, I feel like, than Drew Brees has. But he definitely put up those stats.
Yeah, he did.
All right, moving on to number 4. Who's your number 4?
My number 4. The same guy you just said, Mr. Drew Brees
Yep.
from Lake Travis High School in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I feel like those two are very interchangeable. I just think I have Peyton at 4 because he won a couple more rings. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that ring. I feel like that ring kind of puts him up there, and I feel like throughout him, he had to go toe to toe with Tom Brady year in and year out throughout his whole career. And for me, Brees.
But hey, I'm just saying the Mannings were Brady killers, bro. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
they were.
Brady killers.
Yeah, I will say that. Okay, but all right. What about number 3? It gets interesting here. Number 3 for you.
Number 3, John Elway.
All right. This is gonna make you ponder because my number 3 is Joe Montana.
Hey, I will actually go with that.
4 Super Bowl victories for the
actually give you
Niners,
that.
dominated the 80s. I'm not gonna
And
spoil who's
some
at my
early
number
90s.
2 because it might make you really, really mad. So I'm not gonna say that, but I will say, the reason I have him here is just because really it comes down to mobility for me. And with this next guy I'm about to say, it comes down to mobility. And the guy in front of him is just way more mobile than he is, has a way bigger arm.
Steve
When it
Young.
comes down to it, I like the guy I have next over this guy, and I don't want to spoil it. Who's your number 2?
I have your favorite quarterback from your favorite football team, the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, same. I have Patrick Mahomes too. I have Patrick Mahomes.
Just a legit menace on the field.
Yeah.
Just dude is.
I mean, his 5-year career so far has been the best 5 years an NFL quarterback's ever had.
I wouldn't necessarily say that for the first 5 years of his career.
I mean, Brady maybe
good.
I mean, only Brady you could say has a better 5 years. But let's be honest, Mahomes is way more mobile than Brady was and has a way better arm.
Yeah, obviously.
But I think in the end,
wasn't a runner, as we can see from his combine.
Yeah, that combine photo is crazy, and I think we both know who's number 1. Obviously, it's the GOAT himself, 7 rings.
Edward Brady.
Tom Brady, he's got to be British, right? Like I don't think I've ever thought of it, but like he's got to come from like British descent. But yeah, Braxton, I think both of our lists were pretty valid.
Yeah.
There's just so much competition at the quarterback position. I mean, really, it really depends on the situation. It really does. Like, just imagine if Patrick Mahomes and Mitch Trubisky switch places. Like,
the Bears would be in a much better position.
Or would we be talking as Mitch Trubisky in this spot? Can you believe it?
No. You must be high.
All right, well, that's the first part of this series, and next time I think Braxton.
Hey.
Yeah.
You haven't even heard my number 1 yet.
But you're
not. Hey, it is Mr. Offensive Rookie of the Year himself.
Oh my gosh, be quiet, Braxton. See y'all next time. We're gonna do wide receivers next, so be tuned for that. Peace out.